In bangus farming, there is a useful saying that everyone should learn by heart. Keep your friends close and your enemies closer. The enemies being referred to are the hazards in the bangus value chain. Knowing what your enemies can do before they actually do it gives you the upper hand. You can counteract it or plan around it. At para magawa ninyo ito na maayos at para magtagumpay tayo laban sa mga kaaway, kailangan ng kalaman tungkol sa Haccp system. Haccp is the acronym for Hazard Analysis Critical Control Points System. Haccp is a system which identifies, evaluates, and controls hazards which are significant for food safety. It is currently the food's passport to the international marketplace. According to Codex Alimentarius, the World Food Authority, the Haccp system, which is science-based and systematic, identifies and assesses hazards and establishes measures for their control to ensure the safety of food. Here are some examples of CCPs that may be already in practice at your workplace. Inspection of goods on delivery and before use. Separate storage and handling of raw materials and the finished product. Holding time and temperature checks of prepared food. Preventive, proactive, rather than reactive. A procedure based on the Haccp principles is a proactive hazard management system. It aims to keep the contamination of food with microorganisms, chemical substances, or physical contaminants such as glass particles under control so as to produce food safely. Focused on prevention, capable of accommodating changes, being applied throughout the food chain, and being operated in a QMS requiring full commitment of management and workforce and multidisciplinary approach. Hazard analysis is the process of data gathering and evaluation on hazards associated to a particular food and of deciding which are significant and should be approached with a safety assurance program. While critical control points, or CCPs, are points, steps, or procedures in a food's production and processing at which significant hazards can be prevented, eliminated, or reduced to acceptable levels. Haccp originated at the Pillsbury and in the North American Space Administration, or NASA, to prevent food contamination in space flights and to avoid the effects of astronauts suffering food poisoning in a space mission. The system evolved into a useful tool for the food processing industry, substituting the old-fashioned quality control systems, relying on end product inspection, and testing and destroying defective products. For quality assurance procedures where processing and production is adjusted along the way to avoid defective products by anticipation and adoption of prevention and control measures. Haccp is a generally accepted food safety management system worldwide and is recognized by several international authorities for seafood products in EU, Canada, and USA. Seafood products that are not produced under a Haccp system are considered adulterated, denied entry, and subjected to regulatory actions. At each of these CCPs, critical limits are established along with monitoring and a record-keeping system to demonstrate that the identified hazards have been controlled. Corrective actions are developed to ensure that procedures are in place to correct problems and prevent unsafe products from entering the marketplace when established critical limits are not met. Periodic procedures are also required to verify that the Haccp plan is working effectively. Ang plan ang magsisilbing ebidensya na ang inyong mga produkto ay nagdaan sa Food Safety Management System. A complete Haccp plan document includes SSOPs specific to the product or species and processing plant based on the principles of GMPs. This will ensure that the processing plant surroundings are adequately cleaned and maintained. Although Haccp has its primary focus on risk prevention measures implemented through process controls, in itself a Haccp plan is inadequate to guarantee food safety without the prerequisite programs such as GMPs and SSOPs. Haccp focuses on CCPs with an emphasis on the product quality and safety, while sanitation control procedures focuses on the whole bangus processing procedures with an emphasis on sanitation. But before a Haccp plan can be put into place, there are prerequisite programs that have to be fulfilled.